Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Kevin Harvick's Hershey Chocolate Chevy from 2006. As always, take a quick look at the box. As you can see, we have the generic 2006 box. Got Kevin Harvick's Special Paint Scheme Motorsports Authentics. Kevin Harvick Hershey's RCR. Got to render the car right there, number 29. Down the side you have Kevin Harvick's Special Paint Scheme. Got Motorsports Authentics and Action Racing Collectibles. Got the same stuff on this side. They made a total of 2,940 of these things. 2006, Action Racing Collectibles, Authentic Racing Collectibles, and you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. A very forgotten about and beautiful paint scheme. Kevin Harvick raced this in the 2006 July Daytona race, in which he got a top 10 with this. And this was basically the only time that Kevin Harvick actually raced a full-on, just plain old Hershey car. You know, he had the Reese's cars, he had, Fast Break, he had Take 5, Hershey Kisses, Hershey Kissables. He had all the different, brands, but this was the only time he ran just, a full-on, just brown, plain old Hershey car. Which is probably why it's such a popular paint scheme. For some reason, the real car on track had a bright, neon yellow, valence and the roof number. I guess to make it more visible, but I'm really glad this diecast doesn't have that because it looks kind of awful, but just a very cool paint scheme. It's got that Hershey chocolate brown mixed with a nice metallic silver on the side. I really miss these Hershey and Reese's cars. They're such nice paint schemes. We were supposed to kind of get it back this year because they were supposed to be on some of the Kroger cars this year. I mean, they have been on the back quarter panels of some of Stenhouse's Kroger cars this year, but I was really hoping they at least got a primary at least once or twice. They put a lot of the brands on the 37 car, so I was hoping at least maybe we get a Hershey or Reese's car this year, but who knows? Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Hershey's, got GM Goodwrench, Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS, number 29 and RCR. Down the side, you have Hershey's Milk Chocolate, got Safety Clean and Sylvania down there. Front of the rear wheel, you got GM Goodwrench and Snap-on. You, of course, have the Dale Earnhardt 3 right there. On the C post, you have GM Card and Team Realtree. And on the B post, you have Coca-Cola, SKF, Sherwin-Williams, and what is that one in the middle? Emerson. You got your regular contingencies and such up front. On the back, you have Hershey's, Chevrolet, Okuma, and number 29. And on the deck lid, you have GM Goodwrench. This is number 611. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. See, it says Hershey's and GM Goodwrench. Boy, do I miss when hoods could open that far. There you see the engine detail. Back when there was pretty good engine detail. Take a look under the deck lid. You got your typical fuel cell and such back there. Roof flaps, of course, do open. And there is the underside of the car if you want to see that. There's not a whole lot to talk about with a paint scheme like this. Just a really cool special paint scheme and honestly a very missed sponsorship. Maybe we can get them back some year with the whole Michael and that thing he's got going on for throwbacks. They've been doing that thing with buy one, get one, add a Pilot Flying J. Last year gave us the Baby Ruth car. This year it's giving us that beautiful Oreo throwback. Maybe they can do that with Hershey or Reese's next year. We get a Kevin Harvick throwback. Please? I don't know. I just really want Hershey and Reese's back. You'd think they'd want to come back with as well as Mars is doing with their, they're winning championships and stuff with M&Ms. You'd think that as their competitors, they'd want to, try to get back in on this. I don't know. You need a top driver, somebody like Kevin Harvick, but Kevin Harvick really doesn't have room for any sponsorship right now. So who knows who they'd pick, but maybe they'll come back sooner or later. I mean, the fact they're getting on the Kroger cars shows they do have at least some sort of interest back in the sport again, so who knows what that'll lead to? Anyways, this car is decently hard to find. This car is not, rare, and it's really not, super valuable, but as far as, most cars go, most of his Hershey Reese's cars are more, $30 cars, so this one goes more for, $50, $60 usually. I guess because it's the only time he's ever owned a Hershey car, because, there are a bunch of the Reese's cars. I have a bunch of the Reese's cars, but... So if you want this, it shouldn't be too hard to find, but don't expect to get it for $20. But I think it's all ours to say. This has been a review of Kevin Harvick's Hershey Chevy for 2006. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.